Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello, people, and welcome to Footy Judgment. I haven't done a live today, but I want to start by saying a couple of things. Number one, there is a lot of news to talk about. The Eucharist situation is very complicated now. The guy wants Liverpool. The guy wants Arsenal. Arsenal want him, and Sporting Lisbon are playing hard ball, and they don't want to let him go. That is absolutely fucked up. It's literally screwed up. He's not going to train. Man United have been waiting for Mbeumo, and the price went up to 70 million. Where is Man United gonna go? I actually have no idea. Mark Goldbridge keep doing streams every day, Terry and everybody. But Man United at the current moment, I thought that the front line would be Eucharist, Mbeumo, Cunha, and Man United are going into a different era, but it doesn't look like it. And Arsenal got Madueke, and everyone is having a meltdown, and Rio is fighting Mark Goldbridge on Twitter, and it's kind of fucking popcorn time. It's fucking great. You know what I mean? Rio is still in Arsenal fans. This is how we are supposed to feel. Mark Goldbridge is still in Rio. You don't tell anybody how to feel because you talk about other players as well and how you feel about them. So then tell people how to feel, which is, I absolutely think it's warranted. Everybody can feel however they fucking want. Nobody can tell anybody how to feel. As long as you're not abusive, you say no to Madueke, you sign a petition, it's up to you. Nobody can tell you. You don't like Bruno Fernandes, it is up to you. As long as you're respectful, as long as you're not abusive, it's up to you. Nobody can tell you how to feel. Basically, that is the case. So Mark Goldbridge and Rio, just be prepared and keep your notifications on for both, because there is going to be a little bit of a war on Twitter, and I'm sure that Mark Goldbridge will call him out on a stream. So make sure to do this. The other news that is dropped just about an hour ago is that Liverpool now are considering Rodrygo. We're going to talk about it. If Liverpool get fucking Rodrygo above Arsenal, I believe that Arsenal fans might riot in front of the club.
I hope so.
To be honest with you, like they might riot in front of the club. That is what is going on.
Who doesn't like Bruno Fernandes?
A lot of people don't like Bruno. A lot of people don't like Bruno Fernandes. Lots of people. Lots and lots of people. Right? Lots and lots of people. But we got Kmack here, guys. It's 400 people and we're just starting the stream. Let's get the likes early. I don't want to stop the show. So to tell you to like the video every 5 minutes. Kmack channel is in the description. The guy is putting the hard work. He's going live every day, some days even twice. So go and support Matt. We got AA United, Ahmed the fraud, that once he got monetized, he never streamed again. That is great and fantastic by him. And we got Gunnar Souls, the celebrity these days, where he's needed in every stream. On Osam, on Igal, on everyone. And we got my man Ads, the Chelsea supporter with Chelsea is going to win tomorrow the Club World Cup, and officially they're going to be the most successful club in the history to complete everything. And they're actually going to be the club #1 in the world, the best club in the world at the current moment. That is going to be Chelsea tomorrow. Ads, how are you doing? You're right.
Yeah, I'm good. I mean, listen, it's been a long day, but I had to jump to the show to be here to represent, obviously. Exciting times. It feels like the old days, you know, when Chelsea were playing big games, big moments, were underdogs. But we've been there before. We've done it before. All our rivals have cried before. Hope we'll be crying again tomorrow night, but we'll see.
I don't know. Souls is here. You know what? I haven't gotten quickly, Souls. 2 words. How do you feel about Madueke?
I'm coping.
All right, great. Ahmed, how do you feel about Man United now? What are you wearing Valencia? That's actually very cool. It's so cool. Sure.
Huh?
It's so cool.
Do you like the shirt, by the way?
Love it.
See, that's
So
why exactly. That's why I wore it, innit? It's a nice
Fantastic. It's amazing.
shirt. I've got
Matt, how are you doing?
bro.
I'm good. I'm good.
You're good.
I'm just laughing.
What?
I'm just laughing at how things
Why are
are
you
with all the
laughing?
other clubs. It's just funny.
What? What do you mean?
The Gokares stuff just makes me laugh. Like,
It's not Arsenal's
Not everyone
fault.
can just go.
the guy's literally got a price. Like, just pay it.
No, we will not just go pay it. They're taking the piss.
Who said I'm mocking you? I'm not mocking Chelsea. Chelsea are in the final again, and they're about to play PSG. Listen, for tomorrow, I'm just gonna say something. It's either fucking Chelsea win or lose 5-0, so I can forget about Inter losing 5-0. This fucking 2-1, 3-1s is like not gonna do me any favors, bro. Like it's either Chelsea win and we talk about it, or they lose 5-1, or they lose
It's such
5-0
a
or something
Chelsea
like
thing to win that game as well and just annoy me.
that. Why? I'm not. Some people are saying how it's not Arsenal's fault. I'm gonna tell you, Arsenal are quoted a price. The guy was promised a price, and then Arsenal bid that price, and the president said, "I want more." And by the way, it's not only about the price; it's about the structure. They fucking won like 55 million, 60 million up front, like one lump sum. It's just that's not how it works, bro. Well, listen, let's start easily with the Chelsea game tomorrow. Who sees Chelsea winning the game? Before we go, why are you laughing? I didn't say anything funny. What the fuck, boys? It's been a long day. And why are you laughing?
There is no dimension they win, man. They're getting pammed. I don't even care. Yo, they are getting smoked. Bro, have you seen PSG recently? Nah, man, there's no chance. No chance.
I reckon PSG will bring some kids on in the second half as well.
Yo, it's so hard to beat them, man. I don't think people understand that they found a cheat code. The only time I've seen a team like this was 08-09 Barca. And you're figuring out how to beat this team. I mean, good luck to them, man. If they do it, fair play to them. I'll actually put my hands up and go, full credit to them. But, yo, someone needs to hack this team because I just don't know how you're beating them.
You've basically got about 3 players that are all trying to get the Ballon d'Or in that team. Like,
okay, can I tell you something? Let me ask you guys, Allah al-Azim, for real, and I'm not gaslight. Is there any midfielder in the PSG? PSG midfield is so good, right? Are they better than? Is there a DM like Caicedo?
I think they're all technically better than Caicedo.
Yeah.
Yes, okay, we agree, but football is not only technical.
Depends
you've
what
got
you
to
want.
get the ball off them. That's the problem.
Yeah,
you have to get the ball off them.
But Bayern Munich did get the ball off.
Caicedo's getting a red card tomorrow. Like
how?
Because have you seen the way they play? Like they literally touch the ball, pass it, and then get fouled. And the other team's so far behind them, like trying to get the ball off them.
Caicedo has 0 red cards since he joined Chelsea, by the way. 0.
Might get his first
yeah,
tomorrow.
but he's not come across a midfield like this.
They're insane. They're insane.
Listen, from the Chelsea perspective, again, I love listening to you guys give us no chance. It's music to my ears because I've heard it all before. I've seen it against Pep's Barcelona. People say the best team of all time, Messi and his pomp and all that. We beat them. We beat Bayern Munich in this kit, in their backyard. When everybody counted it against us, it was impossible to do it. How could we beat them? We got it done. I've seen it even against Manchester City in 2021, the best City maybe of all time. Aguero in his pomp, De Bruyne in his pomp. amazing team. Pep Guardiola, greatest manager of all time. We managed to beat them, and they only had one shot on target. One. So listen.
Yeah, but they did something stupid in that final.
People say this, but Rodri wasn't in great form going into that final, so that's why it happened.
No, Fernandinho. Forget Rodri. Fernandinho, they didn't play with a 6 at all.
Do you know why that happened? Because they played us twice before that with Rodri, with Fernandinho, and they lost. So you know what, Pep thought, let me change it up. Let me see if something different can happen, because they had lost twice before, and what did we do? We beat them again.
Okay, so all of that is the past, yeah? And you had a really good team, loads of amazing world-class players. Have you actually played anyone good in this tournament?
So you see, that was a world-class team.
Played good in this tournament.
You said that was a world-class team. And again, I'm here to be objective. I'm not here to just blow smoke up Chelsea's ass. Oh, we're the best team in the world. No, I'm not going to say what I'm nonsense. I'm just saying.
Well, PSG are the best team in the world.
And even if we beat them tomorrow, they will still be the best team in the world. We would have the badge. We would actually have the honor of being the best team in the world based on winning the tournament. But they are still the best team in the world. That being said, you said we had a lot of world-class players in 2021. I disagree. Defensively, we did, yeah. But we have a better midfield now. We definitely have a better attack now, because our attack then was Werner, Havertz, Mason Mount. That Cole Palmer alone is better than that whole attack. So I think this is a better team in terms of the attack and the midfield than we had in 2021. And listen, again, I rate PSG highly. I was on the trend about PSG long before a lot of people. They're a great team, but no team's unbeatable. We've seen it even in the Champions League run. They were great. They had some great games, but they've also lost some games. And I saw how a team can compete against them and actually give them a lot of trouble. We saw it in the second leg against Aston Villa when they were running through the midfield, the running power. And listen, their midfield is exceptional. It's the best midfield I've seen since Real Madrid's pump when they went and did the 3P, and it's comparable to Barcelona's midfield. It's a great midfield. But Ruben Neves aside, João Neves aside, they haven't got a lot of defensive running power. They haven't got a lot of recovery pace in there. Vitinha, I saw McGinn running past this guy. Rashford running past this guy. I've seen it. I also saw Declan Rice there when they played against them. Again, physical teams like Aston Villa and Arsenal, they gave them trouble. PSG still dealt with them, but where we are different to Real Madrid and Inter Milan, with all due respect, we will be able to match PSG physically. We're going to compete. We're not carrying superstars in the attack. We're going to walk around and all that. And Inter Milan, very good team, but a lot of old players in there. A lot of old players who couldn't match PSG's physicality. So I think that's where we're going to compete. And listen, they're not like this overpowering us.
Physically, every team beats them physically.
I'm going to tell you something, Sos. I'm going to tell you something. You are doing the same thing that people did to Arsenal when they gave them 0% against Real Madrid.
That's what they're doing.
And I'm not saying that Chelsea will win 5-1 like you won. But a lot of people said that there is no chance for Arsenal. We know that in football it's so different. We know that Chelsea, if they are resolute tomorrow, we saw Aston Villa. If it wasn't for Donnarumma, Aston Villa would have knocked PSG out. The same PSG with everyone. The same PSG. So it is, I believe, it is disingenuous for people to not want that for their club, to say that how do you give us 0 chance? And then when Chelsea play in a PSG team, I actually think that Chelsea, I'll give them 20 to 30% chance of winning the game. And that's not low. That is okay, right? But to say they're going to get pumped, they might. I'm not saying Chelsea might get pumped. 4, 5, they might, right? But
you asked my opinion.
No,
I gave you my opinion. I'm giving them no chance of winning this.
Like,
there's no reality in my head.
They're going to get back.
They win.
Like, sorry.
So just so I can be clear, right?
They just destroyed Real Madrid.
This up for later. So by the top right, you're giving us what, a 0% chance? Literally 0?
Yeah, I don't think you're winning.
Maybe like a 0.5, just straight 0% chance.
Yeah, PSG won this one.
0 chance.
United, I think you're standing like about a 5% chance you're giving Chelsea.
0 is crazy. He's doing 0%.
United fans giving us 5%. Is that right?
Okay, this is Liverpool. Okay. Top left is Kmack, Liverpool. You guys never seen that. Liverpool, Arsenal, Souls, and Ahmed, Man United. What is going on with your internet, Ahmed? You're lagging massive.
So the Liverpool one's giving us what, like 5% chance, right? Okay.
No percent.
0. Okay, even better. 0%. Cool. That's fine. Not a problem at all. Again, I've seen it in the past.
They've got potentially 2 Ballon d'Or winners in their team. Like who are going to get loads of Ballon d'Or votes. Like, they are gunning for it. Like, Dembele is gunning for it. Like,
are we forgetting they've got Robert Sanchez in goal? Are we forgetting this for a second? Like, are we forgetting that he's not just going to let the ball go in the net? We're at will. Like, are we forgetting all of this?
But are we forgetting that we've got to this final? Like, we didn't just lucky our way through.
And that's exactly what I said to you. Who've you played? Have you seen who PSG have played?
So PSG had a harder run, right?
When PSG
But I
play
hate-
you,
I hate when people say, "Oh,
when PSG play you, that'll be the 8th English team they played this season. The 8th. Like PSG could probably just slip into the Premier League.
They could do.
They literally play English teams right now.
Yeah, and they destroyed all those guys. Well, they destroyed most of them. Some of them gave them good games. Liverpool gave them a good time, especially in the second leg. Listen, again, I'm not here to say PSG aren't the best team in the world. They are. If we're doing the odds, if they play 10 times tomorrow, PSG win more often than not. No doubt about it. But my point is, to count out Chelsea in a game like this, that it seems very, very unwise. But hey, listen, I'm not going to tell you you're wrong. I'm going to just let you see what happens tomorrow. And
okay, so if people give PSG 0% chance, I'm just going to ask a question. What chance would you give Arsenal if they play PSG Souls?
0. We can't beat them right now.
You literally beat them 2-0.
Yeah, that completely different team though.
So you're giving yourself a 0. What about Liverpool?
They had the cheat code.
We need.
What about Liverpool?
We need a few
What about
signings. If we
Liverpool?
get our signings, I give us a bit more of a chance.
We'll talk about the signings. What about Liverpool?
Oh, us probably 50-50.
all right.
50-50.
Listen, it's elite sports. I think to give any team in the elite
We've
level,
already beat them, by the way.
Like,
We already beat them with their cheat code on, and we almost beat them at Anfield if it wasn't for Pacho clearing 2 unbelievable clearances off the line to deny Mo Salah in the first 10 minutes.
Liverpool gave them a good time. I mean, the first leg they completely destroyed you, and you managed to survive. Alisson had the best performance we've seen from a goalkeeper in many a year.
I agree. Look, everything you're going to say now, I agree with. Okay, don't worry about that.
Second leg again, it was more even. PSG was still a better team, and then they dominated extra time. You got to penalties. They did what they had to do. And listen, you have to ride your luck at times to get to final to win things. That can happen. But listen, to give any team a 0% chance at this level is crazy. And again, I want to just address the whole easy run thing. You can have favorable runs. We had a favorable run. We had to play, we could have played hard. We could have had a harder run. I agree with that. But easy, no. It's not easy to win and get through to the final of a side where you have Man City people who rate Inter Milan. Their team that got to the Champions League final and deserve to get there.
But who did you play? Forget about the side. Who did you play? Did you play any of them?
We played teams that knocked them out. So did Fluminense lucky their way through Inter Milan? Everybody watched that game. It wasn't like
no, forget that. But did you directly play them? That's the point.
The team that Al Hilal put 4
but that's what I'm saying. I beat PSG. They went on to win the Champions League. That doesn't make any difference.
Yeah, but you giving no credit to Fluminense, Palmeiras, Benfica. All these things, they're just rubbish. I'm not saying they're as good as Bayern Munich. They're not as good as PSG. Yeah, I know, and I'm not saying they're not. But to say that it was just easy, they're rubbish teams. No, you can't say that. They're good teams.
So you think you'd have beat Real Madrid?
It wasn't that we were lucky to beat them.
Do you think you'd have beat Real Madrid? Do you think you'd have beat Man City?
I think they beat Real Madrid.
Yes. Beat Real Madrid and Man City.
Real Madrid, with hardly any coach under the new manager, we could beat them. Again, I don't
Real Madrid is shit right now. They're shockingly bad.
Then that was no surprise what they did to them. PSG were always going to do that to Real Madrid. But again, we're not Real Madrid in terms of our midfield, how we are off the ball, our rest defense, our counter-attack ability. It's different to Real Madrid right now. It just is.
No, but you know how you said that back in the day, yeah, Chelsea beat these teams. And can you tell me who the managers were? Because I can't remember who those managers that you have.
Well, our managers or their managers?
Your managers when you beat like 6
One of them was Tuchel, innit? Like Tuchel was the
final. Di Matteo. Yeah, Tuchel, Di Matteo.
Di Matteo still won a Champions League, yeah. And Tuchel won a Champions League. Who's your manager right now?
Enzo Maresca.
And that's why you won't win. Simple.
So Di Matteo is better than Emerson Maresca just because he won listen, he won the Champions League, great, but was anybody rating Di Matteo before he took the job on? We took him on as an interim because Villas-Boas did a horrible job.
He still won a Champions League, though.
Yeah, exactly, because he went and did it. Like you got to give the opportunity to do it.
Maresca's had an opportunity, didn't he?
In this season, opportunity
have
to
you
get
got a Drogba?
Have
you got a Drogba right now?
We have Cole Palmer.
Yeah, a Cole Palmer who's looking worse under your manager right now.
We have João Pedro.
Yeah, but
we have Caicedo. We have Enzo Fernandez.
You got Enzo Fernandez. That's fair. That's fair. He can score.
Yeah, we have Reece James. In one moment to change the game with a free kick, a long shot, a cross.
Yeah, but you're just naming.
So can I just say? So people don't rate this Chelsea team. So nobody. Okay, hold on. Let me ask this. So nobody thinks that Chelsea next season will be a main player in the league.
No.
Like they would be just like an
you're
Aston
asking
Villa.
about the PSG game. That's got nothing to do with
Of
whether I
course.
rate their team or not. I can rate their team and just say that I don't think they've got a chance winning this game because PSG are just astronomically better than anyone in the world right now.
You did ask that question.
I don't want to
Yeah.
overdo it. In Bayern games, they were
I
good.
also-
They were better than
can I
Bayern,
just
but that was a
mention
good
something
game.
about
It's not like
Chelsea?
they're unbeatable. No team is
No, but
unbeatable.
the thing
Same
is, yeah,
time Barca lose. So
Can I
like,
just mention something about Chelsea as well this season? Okay, and this might play into the way that you're actually in the final. By the way, is Chelsea have been in Europe, and they haven't even played their first team in Europe. They played all their kids. So you've already had loads and loads of your big players only playing one game a week in the Premier League. Agree?
Last season, yes.
Yeah. So you're now going into this cup. Have you seen how many games some of the other teams have played? Like, your guys have had a bit of a rest, if I'm completely honest. Like, they have. PSG have done exactly the same in their league. They rested loads of players. Yeah, they rested loads of players in different games because they can. Because their league is basically a cakewalk for them. This is the difference now. You've got a rested team that haven't played a lot of football, yeah, but you haven't got an experienced manager, yeah. They've got a rested team, and they haven't played a lot of football either. They've got an experienced manager, and they have clicked. Like they have clicked like no one else. Like seriously, like next season they'll go and win the league, and they'll probably be in the Champions League final again.
But
Like,
just
it's
add
as
to
simple
that,
as that.
Just
You're going to
add
get beat by them.
Just add to that. Obviously, I'm not saying Chelsea don't have good players. Like, there's players in that team that are Caicedo, Rich James, Palmer, and Joao Pedro. They're all good players in it. The reason why I'm writing them off completely is because in order to beat PSG, you cannot rely just on individual moments because PSG can match that quality and as well play really well as a team without their main players starting. We've seen them play and destroy teams without them bellies. They don't rely on individual moments. They play well as a collective in it. So that's very difficult they'll also force mistakes. Chelsea, like you might have beaten other teams that you faced in this tournament, but they'll force mistakes out of you in it. So they don't even have to be at their best in order to win. I'm not saying Chelsea are rubbish. We're talking about a team that is operating at the highest level, and we've not seen that in a very long time. And this ain't any manager. We're talking about Luis Enrique, who's won a treble at Barcelona, and he's just gotten rid of a player like Mbappe, and they look way better without him. So, it's going to take some doing. The only team I can see matching that is maybe Barca, and that's not Chelsea, innit? So if you win, then I'll hold my hands up and say fair enough.
So what happens if Chelsea win?
I just said I'll hold my hands up and say fair enough.
No.
I'll be honest. Massive credit to them.
Yeah.
What happens if Chelsea win this game? Go and get a centre back and a goalkeeper. Anybody? Let's talk it. Let's take it back to the Premier League. Forget the game tomorrow. Let me do these super chats, and then let's go to what happens to Chelsea. Did we all not watch Bayern versus PSG quarters? Musiala, Kane, Coman pressing them for 70 with PSG pinned back. Only took brilliant goal from Mbeumo to unlock. Fair enough, and I said that. Fair enough, Blaze. That is exactly what happened. Hit the like button, people. We got almost 1,000 people in the house. Let's get the likes up to. We have 150 likes only, so the percentage is not working. Hit the like button. It helps the channel. It helps the stream to go to the next level, to go to the next person. Hit the like button, people. Don't be cheap. It's free. Thank you, Luke, for reminding everyone to hit the like button. Live LFC won the league. Who they played to? Everyone was shit. Yeah, fair enough. Everyone was shit in the league. You just said Chelsea didn't play anyone, Mac. In an elite sport, where I have seen diabolical teams win games against very superior teams, what?
You're saying 0% chance?
0% chance isn't football take. It's what you want. That's fair enough. Thank you, Fonzie. That's a Liverpool fan.
It's not just any team. It's not just any game. It's a final.
Bro, we've seen Wigan beat Man City in the final. Like, I'm not acting like this is some dead Chelsea team. Like, bro, like any team.
I'm gonna say something about this. If you say 0% chance, that means you believe that Chelsea will get smashed. What I mean by 3+ goal margins at least.
Doesn't matter. I think they'll do enough to win. They can just sleep this and go 1-0. It doesn't matter. Whatever happened, they will just win. They'll just win.
They could just walk there, take a nap, get the pillow out, sleep, and then they'll wake up.
That's the word, 0%. But listen, Souls, if 2-1, 3-1, 3-2, that means the other team had a chance. That means your take is wrong.
No, they just
that is the definition of 0% chance. That means it's not even competitive.
Whatever happens, PSG will win this game.
PSG will score first.
However they do it, doesn't matter.
PSG will score first and win the game. That's it.
What happens if we score first? Because it can happen. It can happen.
Right, good for you. Well done. They'll just smash you for more.
They'll still beat you.
You'll piss them off.
They'll still beat
you. Because they'll just pound you then. They'll just wake up and go, yeah, you know what?
Our defense in the last 3 months, we've barely been conceding goals. We've actually improved a lot defensively. So like people act like this is always a cakewalk. They're gonna just walk through our defense. It's not like that.
Yeah, but the thing is,
how good Cucurella's been of late. We see how good Reece James has been of late. Cole stepped up massively in the last couple of months. Sanchez has been making a lot less mistakes. There's still the occasional gap. It can happen. But
wasn't Reece James on the bench for your last game?
And we've seen what Botafogo did against PSG. Again, people acting like, oh, PSG been invincible. No, they've lost games. They've lost in this very tournament to Botafogo. And we can implement a similar game plan that Real Madrid couldn't do, that Bayern didn't do, but Bayern went head-to-head, toe-to-toe with PSG and gave them a tough game. So people acting like, oh, Chelsea have no chance. It's just copium. But listen, you can say that and you can believe it. That's cool. We'll see about tomorrow night.
We'll see. Let me do this. If Chelsea win biggest team in London convo is dead?
I think it's already dead, but yeah, dead and buried at that point. Fully buried.
We'll see how it goes. Does anybody think that if Chelsea win tomorrow, they can take that form into the league?
I mean, I think they'll do really well in the league. I don't have a doubt that, they won't go and compete for the league or like go for a top 4 position. Okay. I think they've definitely got the squad for it. They've got the quality for it. The question, I think, is disingenuous when you're trying to compare them to PSG, though. That's where that's a different conversation.
PSG is completely different.
When it comes to their squad, if I rate them, yes, I do rate Chelsea's project highly. I think they're starting to get things right. I mean, obviously, they've had a lot of hiccups in the beginning, and that's always going to happen. But when it comes to their team, they're making the right recruitments. They're making the right moves. I mean, they're about, I'd say, a keeper and maybe a centre-back. I mean, they'll know their squad better, but that's what I identify as like their sort of key weaknesses at the moment. If they can get Robert Sanchez to even be a backup keeper, perfect. Like, that's what they need to do. They need to get a quality keeper in, maybe get a level-raising centre-back. And yeah, I think they can go and compete for the league. But the question that I think Mac also raised is a valid one. They're in the Champions League this time. Can they cope? And that's the question I think they need to answer. But as a quality conversation, yeah, 100%, I think they'll do well.
We'll see how it goes. Moving on from this to the new about the Madueke thing to Arsenal before I move to the Rodrygo thing. Why are you laughing?
No, I'll let you land the question, but this whole situation is funny to me. Very funny. Or should I go?
Go ahead.
I mean, listen. Arsenal fans have to be very, very patient. Again, they've had to wait over 20 years for a major, like a league title or a Champions League game. They've never won a Champions League in their whole history. But I don't know if you guys know that, but they've never won a Champions League. So again, for London to somehow be red doesn't make sense. But listen, they're a good team right now. They're on the verge of doing something great. They've been waiting so long. They're in phase 8, 9, or 10. I forgot which one it is. But imagine waiting all this time. You're now in a moment where you have to capitalize. You have to go to that next level to compete for the league, to win the league, to win a major. And you're going up to Chelsea's 5th choice winger, and you're dropping 50 million as your opening bid.
What has that got to do with anything? Before Liverpool recently started winning, they had gone on a very long time until they won a major. Doesn't make them not one of the best teams in the club.
I never said Arsenal wasn't one of the best teams in the league. My point is, imagine
we're the third biggest club, whether people like it or not, we're the 3rd biggest club in England. On achievements and fan base.
That's not the point. The point of the question is, you waited all, because again, I would understand your frustration. I don't know if you like Noni or whatever, but my point is, I couldn't imagine Chelsea being in your position 3 times second in a row, and whether it was Abramovich era or Clay Lake era, we waited all this time. We need to go to the next level to win a league, and we're targeting a team that's been below us for many years. We're targeting their 5th choice winger, their 5th best winger. We're dropping 50 million on him. When you need to address a striker, you need to address a starting left winger. We're spending 50 million on a backup right winger. That would piss me off.
Is the window closed?
I don't know about you, but that would piss me off.
I mean, the window's not closed. Why should I be pissed off?
So you're happy with a Noni signing then?
I mean, if it comes with a striker and another left winger, why would I be pissed off? He's a backup. I don't care.
I just don't get the Noddy Madueke signing.
50 million on a backup, weird. Though, with how you guys spend, seems quite outrageous.
If we get out of the signings, I don't care. It is what it is. They decided to go for him, and I'm not going to be pissed. If it costs me my other signings, then yes, I will be pissed. But at the moment, it still looks like they're going for Isaiah. It still looks like they're going for Gyökeres. What am I going to do being pissed off? I'm going to look like a fool. So by the way, here's Gyökeres. Here's Eze. Oh, shit. I just had a meltdown for no reason. I just don't operate
your
that way.
preseason starts on Monday, I think, right?
No, 23rd.
23rd, okay. So it starts pretty soon, right? You've not had a striker for, I don't know, since January the 1st or something, when Jesus went down injured. Obviously, Havertz, whatever, cool. Like another Chelsea reject, essentially. You've had all this time knowing that you needed a striker, but you're this close to preseason and you still haven't addressed the biggest issue in your club. Does that not? Again, Gyökeres could be, we can get a here we go tomorrow, Ornstein bomb, cool, it's sorted. But does it not frustrate you that you've taken all this time and you still not addressed the biggest issue in your squad? Whereas if you look at Liverpool, Verts through the door, City, Cherky through the door, and all these other big signings that they made, and Arsenal, yet you've not really addressed the key area in your team that's lacking.
There's still time to address it. I mean, I don't know why I can be pissed off at this moment in time, because, like I said, if they go and announce it tomorrow, I'm the fool. So it makes no sense. It's just there's time. There's still time.
I'm not saying you need to have a meltdown. I'm just saying, are you not concerned that it's taken this long? And even now over the Gyökeres, apparently you're.
But I gotta ask you a question: is Madueke a good player?
No.
He's decent, but he's not a level raiser for Arsenal. Again, you're second 3 times in a row. You need to go to the next level and win the league.
He's not a
Like,
52
as a
million pound
backup
player.
for Saka, is he a good player? That is my question. Is he someone that Arsenal needed to spend 50 million on?
No.
Or they could have done with Nwaneri
They had Ethan Nwaneri, who scored more goals than Madueke last season.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Like,
He's a
I like, by the way,
17-year-old kid back
I know
then.
that I'm the only one on this panel that actually like Madueke. I know
I
that.
like him too.
And
By
by the way, I have been by the people in the chat, my subscribers will vouch for me. I actually like Noni Madueke. I just think that the Chelsea team doesn't suit him in terms of like how they are disciplined. Enzo Maresca as a manager, the guy has talent, right? I'm not saying he's a starter for a Premier League winning team. He's a good talent. Like, he needs to be utilized well. He gets past players. I think he's physically very strong. I think he's so quick as well. There is talent to this guy, right? Does he suit Chelsea? Probably not. But for me, for example, last season, him and Neto kind of had a similar season. And a lot of people rate Neto and they don't rate Madueke. But I think both had an okay season. I think the problem with the signing for Arsenal is that dropping 50 million on a backup that will hinder Nwaneri's progression at Arsenal doesn't make sense to me.
No,
Arsenal, and also there is one more thing, and I'm going to repeat it again. Arsenal didn't need to sign Madueke today, and Arsenal didn't need to spend 50 million at all. Arsenal could have focused on the other players that they want, and at the end of the window, Chelsea is the club that needs to sell. Arsenal don't need Noni Madueke. Noni Madueke, by the way, that Kai Havertz situation was like Arsenal needed Kai Havertz. They wanted Kai Havertz, and they were like, we want this guy. Like Man United with Mason Mount. Arsenal don't need Noni Madueke unless there is something that we don't know, which is Madueke, for example, they're going to sell a player on the left, and Madueke is going to be a left winger. But to buy your backup now for 50 million, literally not negotiating with Chelsea, doesn't make any sense. Chelsea wanted 55, you paid 52. I was like, what is the negotiation here? Like, there's no negotiation.
Can I just mention something on that? I actually reckon you doing that Madueke deal has probably changed the mind of the Gyökeres owner, because he's looked at that and gone, hang on a minute, they're just throwing 52 million there and they're offering us what? Like, we can get more off Arsenal now.
Yeah.
Like you're in a negotiation for the guy that you really need, and then you just go wildly spend 52 million
and also
on a backup,
there was no
winger.
There was no long links for Madueke. Like, that
Madness.
link appeared a week, and then Arsenal negotiated for 24 hours. They offered 50. Chelsea said 55. Here it's 52. The signing happened. Like, this signing didn't make sense to me unless there is a FFP rule or a PSR thing that is going on between the clubs. But the Madueke player, the abuse, he's not bad. People think that
nobody should get abused. Nobody should get abuse online.
And people treat Madueke as he's like a rubbish player. He's not a rubbish player. Chelsea didn't buy Madueke from PSG because he's a rubbish player. He's not. He's not a rubbish player. He's a good player that can be a good backup for Saka. Fair, that's fair.
He's an England international, and listen, his time at Chelsea, he's had some good ups and downs. For me, I feel he's a player that needs like love and affection and time to develop. and that momentum of playing football week in, week out, which is why I don't really understand signing him as a backup, because he's not going to get that momentum where Saka's usually fit 99% of the season. So it's a strange one for me to really invest that much in a backup. Because again,
and also there's one more thing, ads.
For Gyökeres is cool, but
one of the reasons he didn't want, I want to move on from the Madueke, but one of the reasons, and I want someone to explain this to me, one of the reasons Madueke wanted to leave Chelsea because he knew that he's the third choice right winger after Neto and Estevao. So he wanted guarantees of more game time. Him going to Arsenal, being a backup for Saka, yes, he's going to get game time. I'm not saying no, everyone is going to get game time. But how much game time? Like, how many games do we think Madueke is going to start for Arsenal? Unless he's getting guarantees from Mikel. Like, there is and also, people are going to come to him and say, Mo, but you said Eze is going to Arsenal. Eze is different. Only the players that are mid, and I call Madueke a mid player. He's like an average footballer. He's good, but he's average. He's not Eze's level. Only the mid players ask for guarantees game time. The people that appreciate their talent, they don't ask for this. Like Eze going to Arsenal, he knows he's going to break into that team. He's that good. That is my point about this. But let me just do the super chat before we go on. Swear Liverpool were supposed to smoke new in the EFL Cup based on their league and UEFA Champions League runs. Arsenal versus Madrid, Spurs versus United, Palace versus City. No one gave them a chance. Exactly, but that is what I don't understand. But everyone is saying PSG is so different, Blaze. They're saying PSG is
hang on a minute. Newcastle played really, really well against us a number of times. Like, nobody from Liverpool thought we were going to smoke Newcastle. Nobody. I think Newcastle got the best midfield in the Premier League. Like, every single team they've come up against, they've battered their midfield. For me. So I didn't think we were going to smoke Newcastle. And Eddie Howe said that, like, he literally planned for about a month how to play against Liverpool, and he sacrificed the game at Anfield to get the tactics right.
By the way, there's a lot of people that get, and also there's a lot of people that give Palace a chance. There's a lot of people that give Spurs a chance. Yeah. I said Spurs will win. There's a lot of people that said that Blaze, Spurs, I gave them a chance. Palace, I said they have a chance. Arsenal versus Real Madrid, I gave them a chance. There's a lot of people that said no otherwise. But I want to ask a question to everyone, and I'm going to start with ads here. Arsenal might try to go for Rodrygo. There are reports today, just to give people a little bit of a backstory here. Arsenal have not submitted a bid for Eze. They are waiting. Everyone is waiting for Rodrygo's decision. Liverpool as well are going to go for Rodrygo. It is reported that Liverpool might go for Rodrygo. Once he becomes available, they're going to sell Diaz and try to go for Rodrygo. Which club do you think suits him more? And where should he go?
If I'm Rodrygo, I would be looking at Bayern Munich personally. I think with Musiala's injury and the fact that even at left wing, Coleman's been decent, but they can look to upgrade there. I feel like that's a good fit for Rodrygo. You can go play another super club. You can be the main man there. You can play in your favorite position. I feel like that's just a big change for him. I think to go to Arsenal, given where Arsenal are and again a lack of ambition at times in terms of signings, it can be a bit risky. You also have to wonder, can Arteta manage a player like Rodrygo? Because we've not really seen him actually go and see out and actually buy the big players like that, the big name players who already proven winners.
Yeah, but Rodrygo's personality is not of a big player, though.
No, it's not.
No, but it's not about him being like the kind of guy who's going to kick up a fuss in the dressing room. But it's the guy
he's got the type of personality to fit in at Liverpool. 100%.
Liverpool's a different conversation. I'm talking about with Arsenal because Arteta, we've not seen him sign those big players. And again, when he's made the big money signings, it's been having.
No. It's problematic personalities. It's not about big players.
No, but it's about both. It's about both.
No. There's a big difference. There's a big difference. When you're an arsehole, you're an arsehole. Like, it's just as simple as like, you're a dickhead, you're a dickhead.
He won't fit in at Arsenal.
Why not? Why?
Wait, listen.
Arteta regresses wingers. Look at Martinelli.
But let me land my point. Right?
Look at Saka. That's such a disingenuous thing.
Listen.
Saka's just pure talent, mate. Like
ads.
And he also goes against what people want him to do because he's an individual. Like he's regressed Martinelli. Like Martinelli.
No, he's also progressed Martinelli. He's had an off season. Have you seen the season he had in his first like breakthrough? Yeah, like double figure goals and assists.
Why are you trying to sell him?
Because we need to improve. It doesn't mean that he's not good.
Why are you replacing him with Madueke? Why are you trying to get Eze?
We're not replacing him with Madueke, though. Madueke isn't coming in to start over Martinelli.
Mate, Madueke's coming to Arsenal to start.
No, he's not.
Don't pay 52 million on a backup. Nobody pays 52
Yeah, we
million
wouldn't.
on a
Okay,
backup
but
now.
okay. So
Yeah,
why are we signing
City did it with
Gyökeres and paying
Savinho, City
Havertz
did it
too?
with Doku, City did it with Nico Gonzalez. City do it a lot.
That's City.
Why?
That's City.
You
So
did it.
what?
Wait, you yourself, your club did it a lot of times.
Who? Who have we spent 50 million on as backup?
Did you spend on support?
Okay, so is Darwin Núñez your starter then?
Well,
Is
yeah, he
Darwin
was when
Núñez
we
starter?
signed him. When we signed him, yeah.
Exactly when you
We
signed him.
Darwin Núñez to be backup.
No. We're not looking. Madueke for 50 million is a backup price nowadays. We spend that much on Benjamin White, and he's a backup, or he's a rotation.
He was starting.
Well, he wasn't a backup, was
When
he?
he signed Ben White, he was starting.
He wasn't a backup.
Yeah,
He was
yeah,
a starter.
but see, on a defender, it's unheard of to spend that kind of money on a defender. So at the end of the day, we can do it and put them on the bench. What are we going to do? Put Havertz on the bench while we signing Gyökeres? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, you can spend big money and still have them as rotation pieces.
Listen, my point about Rodrygo is different, right? I'm saying that we haven't seen Arteta sign winners because regardless of what you say about his personality and whatnot, if you're a winner, you come from Real Madrid and you go to Arsenal, where you've won more than Arteta. Arteta hasn't won anything other than the FA Cup in the first season, right? With his team, Arteta hasn't won anything. You're talking to a Rodrygo now, you bring him into the team, and if it's not working, Rodrygo's naturally going to be like, wait, well, Zidane was doing something else different and we were winning. Carlo Ancelotti was doing something different and we were winning. Players like that, when they come to a club like Arsenal, they're going to question the methods. It's natural. So I'm saying that is something that you have
Jorginho won more than Arteta. Havertz has won more than Arteta. Sterling has won more than him. Like, come on, man. This is disingenuous. This is bullshit.
Havertz wasn't good enough for Chelsea. We wanted to get rid of him. Jorginho at the end was a bench player for us. That's
No, you're saying if you bring in the winners, who won you the
You didn't give
Champions League?
Havertz a chance. Like, you had Havertz for years before you sold him.
Yeah, and he was flattering
But
to the
that's what
sea.
happens. You sign players to be first-team players, and if they're not good enough, then they end up not being first-team players. Like, the argument's irrelevant about, well, why are you paying that much money for him? Because he's not going to be a starter. He's going to Arsenal to be a starter, and he'll play on the left wing. And you'll try and sell Martinelli.
And Arsenal prepared to pay him 350k because he can't be on the same money as Havertz. Havertz is on 70 to 80. They're gonna have to pay Rodrygo more than that. And is Arteta willing to do that? Are the club willing to do that?
It's not his decision though. So if we're willing, this makes no sense. So we're willing to give a shit player and Kai Havertz that wages, but apparently a superstar we're not willing to do it. Like, make it make sense.
We're waiting to see it because we've not seen you sign no superstars. Again, when you've had superstar level players, whether it was like a Aubameyang or again guys who could have that who have won big trophies, right? And
right. So we should just keep.
Wait, let me land the point. Let me just land the point, please. Let's have some decorum here. I'm saying when you've had players at that level who have the personality or the ego of won big trophies, we've seen Arteta clash with those guys, whether it's Aubameyang, whether it's Ozil. So I'm saying we've not seen it. I'm saying we have to wait and see, but I don't know if he can manage those kind of players.
Yeah, Aubameyang went to Chelsea. Did he tear it up for you guys? Is that now a Chelsea
kind of
club problem?
Tool is that? I'm not talking about Aubameyang at Chelsea. I'm talking about Aubameyang at Arsenal.
Oh no, because it doesn't suit the narrative, does it?
No,
the same thing happened at Barca. He left after 6 months.
You changed lane on the conversation. I'm talking about Aubameyang's time at Arsenal and how he conflicted with Arteta.
And that's why I'm saying that even your club can't handle it then.
Can I just say one thing on Rodrygo?
Barca can't handle it either.
Can I just say one thing on Rodrygo?
No. Okay. The reality of the matter is, right, the thing is, if an ill-disciplined player is there, what do you want them to do? Just go, oh yeah, you're ill-disciplined, carry on. You're late to a North London derby. Bun you, fam. It's a North London derby, one of the biggest games, and you're the captain. You can't be late.
So why was he an issue there, but not an issue at Dortmund? Or he wasn't an issue at Barcelona, by the way. He was a fine.
You're not talking about Rodrygo now.
Go look at it. He's been an issue everywhere. People ignore it. He was an issue. Why do you think Dortmund just happily let him go?
Because you paid good money for him, and they got somebody else in that merry-go-round.
They happily let him go, yes, because he had an issue. We weren't meant to sign him. We were in no position to sign him.
Rodrygo goes there. I feel like Arsenal do need that kind of level of play. We're just not seeing Arteta and the club sign those kind of players. But it'll be interesting to see because Arsenal needs.
Can I talk about Rodrygo? Yeah, can I land something on Rodrygo?
People are acting as if this guy's got an Mbappe ego. Like the guy's got no ego. He's a mild personality.
You're talking about Aubameyang now, which is irrelevant. Okay, just on Rodrygo. Yeah, Rodrygo signed for Real Madrid to win loads of trophies. He signed for Real Madrid to be a first-team player. Yeah, Rodrygo came to Real Madrid and he wants to play left wing. He's not played left wing since he's been there. He's been on the right wing because Vinny Jr.'s there. Okay, Rodrygo had a breakout season last season. And he thought he'd done enough. Not last season, the season before. And he thought he'd done enough. Yeah? And he's been dumped back into it again. Okay? If Rodrygo's going to pick any team against Liverpool and Arsenal, he's going to pick Liverpool every day of the week because Liverpool are challenging for the league, challenging for the Champions League, and they are top of their game right now. Okay? Arsenal are still a bit of a project, and they're signing Noddy Madueke. Enough said. But where I want to go with this is Liverpool have already tried to sign Rodrygo. They tried to sign him before he went to Real Madrid. Okay? You can go and look that up. All right? We went to Brazil and we spoke to him when he was at Santos. Okay? Unfortunately, he didn't want to come to us because he wanted to finish a league with Santos because that's how Brazilian players are like. It's happened with Andre. It's happened with a number of other Brazilian players. They want to be committed to their team and win a league or go the distance with their team. Yeah, that's just the way they are. If Luis Diaz goes, Rodrygo has a free path as the left winger because, unfortunately, Cody Gakpo is still seen as backup. Yeah, we signed Cody Gakpo. I don't know, as backup, as first team, I really don't know. Yeah, I think he's good enough to be first team, but he's still backup because if Luis Diaz was fit or he played in the left hand position, he would be there. But Luis Diaz got played in the 9 because we had crap 9s. Yeah, okay. Rodrygo, if Diaz goes straight to Liverpool as the left winger. He will not go to Arsenal because that's just not a project for him. I just don't see a project in Arsenal for Rodrygo. Like, you have Saka. He's the main man. Like, why are you going to mix up the
Mohamed
apple
Salah,
like that?
who's better.
Like, I just don't see it. Like, he's going to be fighting it out
No,
with his
Mike,
Brazilian teammate, Martinelli.
You have Mohamed Salah.
Do you really think Rodrygo wants to go to Arsenal and fight against his Brazilian teammate in the national team again?
No. Mike, answer the question. Mohamed Salah is better than Saka, right? He's a bigger player than Saka, right?
But Mohamed Salah is leaving in 2 years' time, according to his contract.
Doesn't matter,
Rodrygo
but is he
could be
there
the
right
main
now?
man.
So the point's redundant because you've got Salah, Van Dijk, Alisson, who are bigger names.
Yeah, but they're all running down their contracts. They've only got 2 years left, all of them.
But currently, they're still there.
They're older players. Rodrygo's coming to Liverpool as a 24-year-old who's won everything already, apart from international honours. He's coming to be a winner. He's coming to win more. He's not going to do that at Arsenal.
How do we know?
You ain't
because
going to
Rodrygo can come in and absolutely explode the project.
So it's not as attractive as a Liverpool. Liverpool actually have a track record of winning recently and actually challenging and winning things. Arsenal haven't got that, so it's harder to attract those elite level players, if we're honest. And Rodrygo's been at the elite level for many years now.
I'd be worried if Chelsea came in for Rodrygo, by the way. I genuinely would.
Now, you might have taken the piss. You might have having me on.
But you're saying that.
I don't know if this is some prank show.
But you're signing our 5th choice winger. So look at the show.
This must be some troll show.
You're signing our 5th choice winger. So like, how can you say, oh, what if Chelsea? You know what Chelsea do? Again, I'm not here to disrespect Liverpool, but let's be honest. When we were both going in for the likes of Caicedo and Lavia, we flexed our muscles and we showed that we could get them. So I'm just saying that Chelsea in the transfer market, we know that we can go and attract big name players. Arsenal haven't really shown that. We're just being honest.
But Chelsea haven't signed any big players recently.
So Caicedo and Enzo aren't big name players that went for over 100 million, that weren't courted by the likes of Liverpool or whoever.
I say that was huge.
So let's not
massive, but we're talking superstar signings.
That was a huge signing. And again,
if we put our name
in the hat,
not a superstar signing, though.
Who have Arsenal signed as a superstar signing?
Did I say we signed any superstars? Well, it's a bit disingenuous when other teams haven't signed superstar signings either.
Caicedo is a superstar signing.
No, he's not a superstar signing.
His
brand appeal isn't of a massive superstar though. It might be now.
You can say
but
that.
It wasn't before he came.
He was courted by everybody in the league, bro. Like, he was courted by everybody.
No, superstars are different. Though.
Superstar signing
Superstars are different. Superstars are not like Wirtz is a superstar, right? That's a gargantuan brand that you're signing. Caicedo isn't a brand.
Okay, well,
now he might be. He might be now.
A really important piece.
I don't even want to make it about Chelsea because I feel like the teams that he can go to are Liverpool. Like an Arsenal are in the hunt, but I don't know if Arsenal are going to get him. And I think he should go to Bayern Munich personally. But
here's the problem with this argument. I've been quiet for a while to listen. Here's the problem with all your arguments. And I'm going to a little bit defend Arsenal here, but at the same time, yes, Liverpool have a better track record. If you are to choose between Liverpool and Arsenal for the short term, and yes, you would choose Liverpool. Of course, Liverpool have just won the title. They have a stronger team at the current moment. But have you ever thought about it from a player's perspective like Rodrygo? when he joins, the majority of the players at Arsenal are similar to his age. And also, if Arsenal sign a star, I want people in the chat, before you get riled up and just get like rattled and stuff like this. You look at this Arsenal team, and everyone is saying that Arsenal, if they get a left winger and a striker, Arsenal as competitive as anyone in the league. Am I wrong to say this, right? If Arsenal get Gyökeres and Rodrygo, that starting 11 should be as competitive as anyone in the league. If someone opposing this, let me know, right, before I continue. So no one has opposing.
It should be. If it works,
right?
It should be.
So if Arsenal land Gyökeres and they go to Rodrygo and they're like, listen, this is our starting 11. Our coach Arteta, who reached the Champions League semi-final, yes, we haven't won a thing, but we want you to come in and be part of the brand that has Saka, Rice, Zubamendi, that has Martin Odegaard, Saliba, Gabriel. We're renewing these guys' contracts, and this is our project for you. Isn't that a good, attractive one? Well, Liverpool will go for him and say, yeah, we're going to get you, Rodrygo. We have Salah, we have McAllister, we have Virts, we have a very good team. The problem with that I get it if it's a debate. We can debate who has a better future. But the fact that some people like Kmack, right, say statements like, he's definitely choosing Liverpool. There is not even a comparison. It is not even a conversation. These are the things that I have a problem with. Like dropping something like, he's never chosen Arsenal over this. He's never, like, I get it when you say he's never chosen Arsenal over Real Madrid. He's never chosen Chelsea over Barcelona. Fine. You can say these things. But to say that he's never chosen Arsenal over Liverpool, he's not even going to think about it. I think it's disingenuous.
It is a bit, yeah, you're right. You're right.
It is,
but I am biased and I'm going to back my team. And that's what a debate is.
And I actually, because I'm people that say that I'm an advocate for Arsenal. I literally had an argument 2 years ago between City and Real Madrid after City won a treble. Someone actually on my show, we had a City fan, and I want people to listen to this. This is very important. And said that City have nothing on Real Madrid. And I just said, City have just fucking won a treble. They have a fucking Guardiola who can call a player and say, come play for me. And they told me, no. Players will definitely go to Real Madrid. I'm like, that's not true. Players don't think like this. Rodrygo might choose Arsenal over Liverpool. He might, because Arsenal did the groundwork. Are Arsenal more attractive than Liverpool? Probably not. We can debate it here. Yes, Arsenal haven't won. But for 3 seasons running, Arsenal have finished ahead of Liverpool. Yeah, that's not what a trophy for Arsenal. I know the trolls that's going to come and say that, right? But the same thing that happened between, for example, Arsenal and City. When Arsenal did the groundwork for Declan Rice, and then City came and bid. It's a no-brainer. He's choosing City, and he chose Arsenal at the end. By the way, I'm going to tell you another thing. There was a gap, and a massive gap between Chelsea and Liverpool when Chelsea signed Caicedo. Chelsea finished 12th when they signed Caicedo, 12th, right? But because Chelsea did the groundwork, and even though Liverpool bid higher than Chelsea, the player chose Chelsea. And you can't tell me at that time Chelsea were more attractive than Liverpool. Clearly not, right?
Well, we've got an example from this window. Florian Wirtz is destined to join Bayern Munich. German players tend to go there. But guess what? Liverpool got him over City as well, who, if you want to say it, like, are more attractive with their recent winnings. But he still chose Liverpool. So we've seen wild things happen because players don't think like fans. And that's why I'm saying there is a world, like you've just mentioned, we've got younger players. Because if we want to make the argument, we actually don't know what Liverpool's project may contain. Like, we can make speculations like who's going to replace Salah, who's going to, replace Van Dijk, who's going to replace Alisson if he does leave. Like, we can make speculations of who's coming in for them, but we don't actually know. So there's an argument there where Arsenal's project is there. You can see it, and we know these guys are going to grow. And, you can make the argument.
This smile is continuing. So keep going.
I'm just reading the chat.
Let him land. Let him land.
Has he landed?
No, because my thing is, like, it's more predictable where these projects are going. I'm not saying that, Liverpool won't sign an adequate or like a superstar signing at their right wing for Mo Salah and another centre-back at Van Dijk and stuff like that. But we've just seen Trent leave for free. We potentially may see Konate leave for free. It's like, We don't know what this project holds, and a player could be looking at it that way. They can make all the promises, but promises sometimes do get broken. So a player might not want to risk it. I'm not saying that's the case here, but there's also an argument to be made from that end.
So I'm gonna just jump in here and say again, I'm here to be consistent. I'm not gonna be here and say, oh, you can't say Chelsea have a 0% chance of winning, and then I'm gonna say, oh, there's a 0% chance Rodrygo is gonna go to Arsenal. He might go. I just don't think he will. But you made a really interesting point there about, oh, it's very, you can see where Liverpool's project may not go or whatever. It's not easy to predict. But why is Arsenal's project not under question and not under more scrutiny? Because your project is quite unstable, in my opinion, because you're looking at this the contract situation of Saliba. Another year of not winning something. What happens if he wants to leave? And obviously, Rodrygo knows.
Deal this summer.
Let me land. Rodrygo, we saw him. He's at Real Madrid. He knows that these guys have been earmarking Saliba for a long time, and we know what the kind of player Saliba is. Another year, if Arsenal weren't winning anything, he's more than likely gonna want to go, and that might just destabilize your whole project. Because then, how long does Saka want to stay there when he knows a lot of teams would want him? And yes, he's the hairline boy. He obviously wants to be loyal to the club. I'm sure he wants to retire at Arsenal. I'm sure he wants that. But how long can a player of his caliber for a club and country stay not winning any major trophies? And that goes on
very fair argument.
Whereas Liverpool, you know what Liverpool are going to be doing. They're going to be challenging for a long, long time. It's been proven. They've been doing it, and they win trophies. They back it up with trophies. And unfortunately for Arsenal, they haven't got any currency to go and back what they've been, which is a very good team, but they've not won anything. So how is that attractive to somebody who's been a serial winner in Rodrygo?
Fair argument.
Even if Liverpool aren't competitive in the league, which has happened, we still won trophies.
Exactly.
It's still something, and it's for the fans and the players. And you can't say that the players don't love it, because what did Kostas Tsimikas say? It's like living in Monte Carlo or something. Like he said, it's just incredible. Like what he's accomplished at Liverpool. And what you have to think about as well is Rodrygo clearly isn't respected. Yeah, he's just not being given the love and the care and all of that stuff. Maybe he's just a guy that needs an arm around him. Is Arteta going to put an arm around him?
Yes, he's done it.
Is Arteta going to nurture him into the player that he can be?
He's done it with many players. Yes.
You've just tried to flog Martinelli to Saudi Arabia.
We're not flogging him. Like, an offer came in. What do you want us to do? It's the same way if an offer comes in for Salah, or you flogging him because someone came in.
Why is an offer came in for him?
Because they wanted to bid and see if they're... Yeah, potentially he is. But that doesn't mean we're flogging him. There's an opportunity to be, to sell. Because at the end of the day, I don't want the club to be sentimental. But Arteta is different. Arteta does put arms around players. We've seen it plenty of times.
I don't know if you can do it with a player of that caliber, though. That's where it's a bit different for me. You can do it with Havertz, who obviously has a confidence issue coming from Chelsea. It was a bit of a up and down time and whatnot. Do it with other players that are, whatever. But at that level,
he's done it with Saliba.
We haven't seen it yet. We just haven't seen it yet, to be honest.
Yeah, but that argument will only be answered when we do start signing them. But he does nurture players.
So Arsenal don't have any. So Arsenal can't sign these.
Because we haven't seen it, and you've had the opportunity to do it. You've been where you've been the last 3 years. You could have signed bigger players, more. Again, I don't know how you found maybe 6 attackers under Arteta. 5 of them are 4 of them are from Chelsea, like rejects. Willian, Sterling, Havertz, now Noni,
and Man City,
and Man City, Jesus. You've had the opportunity to sign these big players, and you've not done it. So I'm like, why would you Rodrygo now feel okay? I want to go there, but are any big players going to follow me? So that's why if you get Gyökeres done, okay, maybe that changes the conversation. But you waiting this long when you've had all this time to get Rodrygo, because Rodrygo's been bench warming the whole tournament. You could have done that earlier, but now you've been waiting. Liverpool are lurking. Bayern Munich now have an urgent play of that.
From the biggest Spanish press is that he's waiting for the Club World Cup to finish.
Huh?
He was waiting for the Club World Cup to finish. That's been massively reported by many of the biggest Spanish journalists. Nothing can be done until that tournament's done.
I don't know, because you were happy to do it with Noni. And listen, Rodrygo,
Noni wanted to leave.
Rodrygo
didn't come out and say, I'm going to leave this tournament.
Maresca didn't even know Noddy was leaving, by the looks of it.
No, he did, man. They did trash shit.
I think Xavi made it very clear Rodrygo wasn't in his plans. So I feel like if a top team came for Rodrygo, then they could have done something. But Arsenal didn't show the interest. I think more focused on Noni and Gyökeres. You don't want to put the extra 4 million, so...
I think we've also got a trump card as well that Arsenal haven't got, and it's Konate. I think that's a trump card that we could use. if we really
Yeah,
needed to.
100%. If you're
Like-
gonna include that in the deal, yeah, of course.
Like Real Madrid's defense is just like, I don't
Shambolic.
even know what that is right now. Like it's an absolute shambles. And Xabi Alonso teams give players a chance. Like they give attackers a chance. If you just watch Bayer Leverkusen, like teams get chances against them, and they have to do a lot of one-on-one defending with the back three that they had. So he needs a guy that's really good at that. And you're not going to get anyone better than Konate. And let's be honest, if you're going to sign anyone that works with Trent, you're going to sign the guy that has just played with Trent for the last 4 years. Like, so you just go and get him, and then we can then have that conversation about Rodrygo. Like,
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. But in my opinion, I think that I don't know where he's going to end. I think if Rodrygo goes to Liverpool, that makes Liverpool very, very strong, in my opinion. Super strong.
well, I think if Isaac comes to Liverpool, I think that's the real game changer.
I think Isak is the real game changer for Liverpool.
I think that's the game changer. Not Rodrygo. Like if Isaac came, I think that's the real game changer.
Just on Liverpool, quickly, if I can ask. So you're going to have an attacking front four of Wirtz, Salah, the new striker, and Rodrygo. Like, again, I don't really rate Szoboszlai too much, but obviously off the ball, he offered you a lot in terms of giving you that midfield balance and being able to, like, just, you know, be more combative. Do you feel like it's a bit of a risk going to that more attacking front four? I feel like it's a lot of work for obviously the likes of McAllister and Gravenberch should do by themselves.
The thing is, like with the Wirtz signing, like I've said this before, like I don't actually think Wirtz was planned. I think that was pure opportunist. I think that just came available and they just went, wow, we can actually get this player. And then obviously the money was there and we signed him. But if you look at the way we've signed players to replace players. Like it's kind of how we've done things. Like Frimpong's to replace Trent, and obviously Kerkez is going to replace either Robbo or Shimikas. That's going to happen. The Wirtz one, I don't think he was there to replace anyone. Like he's not there to replace Szoboszlai. Like Szoboszlai got 17 GA last season. I think Odegaard got 18 last season. So you know he's at a good level. So I personally think he was brought in to be the left side. Like he was going to play on the left. Yeah, but now we're linked with Rodrygo, so maybe he is going to be the number 10, and we're going to have a 9, or maybe he's going to play false 9. Szoboszlai's going to play 10. I don't know, like, but who knows what Slot's cooking? Like, can't wait for pre-season tomorrow. Like,
people assume that Liverpool are going to win the title regardless. My man here, Kriakos. The only thing Rayo said that made sense was the top club signed squad players for 50 million, but that is not the norm at Arsenal. Yeah, that's fair enough. Arsenal don't sign squad players for 50. So they did it with Noni Madueke. Arsenal clearly said that Madi deal is separate from the left winger. Yes, but I think they could have gotten Eddie and they could have tried to get Eddie and Rodrygo. They're still going to try to get Eddie and Rodrygo. They're going to try, to be honest with you. But I don't think they're going to, might not land both. But it's a possibility. Once again, Arsenal fans think this is FIFA and all these players will hit 90 potential. They have been on about this youth project since 2020. The problem is there is no defending that project because it hasn't won. Yes, they developed. Yes, they reached the highs. Yes, they reached the Champions League semi-final. They challenged for the league. At the end, they haven't won anything. Like, Arsenal are still trophyless, apart from the FA Cup. I don't know where it goes, to be honest. But I believe that they might win something. But they need to sign the right players. If this Gyökeres deal doesn't go, I don't know where Arsenal go from here because if they sign Nicholas Jackson, I think they shut the club, to be honest with you at that time.
We want 100 million for him, so boy.
No, they're not going to pay 100 million. I believe if Arsenal... But listen, I'm going to tell you, if Arsenal put 40 million to 50 million pounds tomorrow on the table, Chelsea selling Jackson.
I said months ago that Gyökeres would go to Manchester United.
He will.
You don't want to know what happens if Jackson also signed.
I still think Gyökeres ends up at Man U.
I'm telling you, you think the murals and this abuse on Noni Madueke got was bad? I'm telling you, this will just go overdrive. I don't agree with it. But I'm telling you, bro, it'll go way
Okay,
too tough.
by the way, guys, this is a rumor that started by someone who's not even like an ITK or a journalist or anything. Someone just posted a tweet that looks like a journalist reporting on something. And people ran with it, and it's true that Arsenal are in for Jackson. But you actually go and dig, it's not actually a report, it's nothing. Arsenal never inquired about Jackson. It's not. Frimpong, Kerkez, Mamarajvili, suppose like Gravenberch, McAllister, Jones, Elliott, Gakpo, Bradley, Wirtz, all were under 27. So is the project going is low IQ? So where is the project going? Yeah, that's fair.
It's a very good project.
I didn't say where, but I'm just asking how they replace their big players. Like, yeah, cool, they've got the minor players done, but where's the big players? And that's what I'm saying. I'm just saying a counterpoint.
You can't replace them when they play every single game. They play every single
game.
No,
that's what I'm saying. A player could be thinking, what are they going to replace them with?
Rodrygo then, isn't it? Rodrygo.
No, but that's the left side. Who's Mo Salah being? Mo Salah isn't
Rodrygo can be Mo Salah's heir. Like, it doesn't mean we can't swap the Mo Salah GA stuff to the other side, does it?
No, but he's a reason why people will be joining.
Actually, I actually think one thing: the fact that people think that Rodrygo can reach Mohamed Salah's level for me is
no, I don't. I don't think that.
He's not. He's not the
I don't think anyone
can.
Like yeah. I don't think anyone can.
And I'm gonna repeat again: Rodrygo by himself is not even better than Bukayo Saka.
That is absolutely nonsense.
I swear, like, I'm gonna give Olise, for example, is better than Rodrygo in my opinion. Olise,
I rate Olise.
Like, I love Olise. Just watching the guy is joy.
I wanted him at Liverpool so much.
Olise is. Okay, go ahead. Let me do the super chat before you come in with your agenda thing. Mo, this Club World Cup ended up being very exciting. Few issues to fix, but overall great. So excited. This final big test. But Club World Cup are ready for PSG. But Chelsea are ready for PSG. Up the Chelsea. For Mo, I want Chelsea to win, right? I don't want PSG to win it. I want Chelsea to win it. I hope that Chelsea win. But if Chelsea lose, I want it to be 5. I said that before, to be honest with you. Unpopular opinion. Szoboszlai could fight Gravenberch for the 6th position. Szoboszlai impresses preseason and game week 1. Gravenberch could be in trouble. Maybe that is the competition that Liverpool have. Curtis Jones, Szoboszlai, Wirtz, Gravenberch. That is the competition that Liverpool have. Same for Eze if he joins Arsenal. Same for Eze if he joins Arsenal. Harry's football fallout. Liverpool has just started a new project under a new coach and have already achieved more than Arsenal since the beginning of Arteta's reign. Yeah, fair enough. But also, people have to remember that Liverpool have 3 of the best players in the league: Van Dijk, Alisson, and Salah. And they are not only like good players; they are exceptional players that Arsenal don't have.
You miss McAllister.
He's good, but he's not at the level of the others, to be honest. He's not. We're not going to go there again, Mac. Me and you had like...
He's the best midfielder in the league. Okay.
Who's the best midfielder in the league? Whoa!
Caicedo. You said Caicedo. Oh, yeah, Caicedo. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
McAllister.
He's not better than Rodri.
No, this year.
So last year, McAllister has been better than Caicedo, for example.
Yeah.
Has he been better than Enzo Fernandez?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That one's close, but not Caicedo.
Yeah.
I can have a debate about Enzo. I can say McAllister has been better. He's more clutch. He has won the league. He led that midfield, blah, blah, blah. I can say Gravenberch is great as well.
He's very good as well.
Caicedo has been fantastic last season. Fantastic. Zubimendi chose Arsenal over Real Madrid and Liverpool. Okay.
Is that what they're telling
you? That's a fact.
We didn't want him.
That's a lie. You didn't want him. You did want him.
We didn't want him. We didn't want him second time round. We're not having sloppy seconds.
You did want him. You could cope however you like. You wanted him. Let's not chat shit
back in for him.
Yes, because he rejected you. Arteta told him, wait a season and I'm going to come back in for you. He was like, yeah, right, cool. And said no to you. That's the reality. That's the facts. If you don't like it, you don't like it.
Literally, you literally went to the league to trigger his release clause.
You can't say you didn't want him.
No, we did want him.
That's a big.
We did want him, but not the second time round.
Yeah, well, obviously,
Yes, because you got rejected. You rejected both your asses and said nah. So
Crazy. Are you crazy?
And Zubimendi, you have earned an enemy forever. I will be watching Sociedad games praying on your downfall, you fucking emotional wreck, you fucking pussy. You're not even a man. You should give up your chromosomes. You're not even a man. You should go get a sex change because you're not a man. You're a pussy. Spent this whole time fucking gaslighting us all to thinking, oh, I'm going to miss the mountains of San Sebastian. Fuck Real Sociedad. I hope Real Sociedad lose every single game. I hope Real Sociedad get relegated. I hope Martin Zubimendi gets fucked in his career and they transfer him to Elche in the 3rd fucking division of Spain. I hope they never select him in the Spanish top team. I hope every single plate of food that he orders in his fucking city has a bug on it. Fuck Martin Zubimendi.
You didn't want him. Clearly, you didn't want him.
Food poisoning.
You didn't want him. But you didn't want Martin.
No, that's iconic, man. That is so iconic.
Wallah, Hossam has like iconic streams. The Jude Bellingham shaving his head.
To us, I'm going to say, we didn't want him.
Bro, this fucking crazy. Wallah, you're crazy. So, Ahmed, you're saying that Rodrygo's better than Bukayo Saka for real?
Yeah, not even a conversation. It's not a debate. Levels
This is
ahead.
crazy.
I mean, he said Ahmed Diallo in it. Like, his opinion.
Levels ahead. And I'll tell you why. The thing is with Arsenal, they're obviously crying out for a difference maker, right? They want a difference maker. It's not about just filling in that left wing position for the sake of it, because they can easily go get like any decent winger in the Premier and just get a Mbeumo in it. So they said they want a difference maker, right? Because they want someone who can get over the line and win them major honours. Rodrygo has actually done that for Real Madrid, even playing out of position. He scored in big goals. He's a quality player. Even in the early starts of Madrid this season, when Mbappe was struggling and he was playing off the left, he was literally the best attacker. It's only when he got shifted to the right, he started to drop off. So the reason why, how can a player, for example, like Saka, who's not a difference maker, how can they cry out for a player like a Rodrygo who's proven it? And how was that quality not better than Saka? He's everything above Saka in terms of big moments, better dribbler, better 1v1, bigger occasions, and he does the job. Like, I don't see how Saka is better, unless it's Premier League or Arsenal bias. That's it. That's my argument.
Anybody agree with this?
I mean, I do slightly agree that I do think Rodrygo is a slightly better player currently, but I don't think it's not a non-conversation.
Saka's better than Rodrygo.
I think Bukayo Saka is one of the most underrated players in just football conversations right now.
He's not underrated.
No, but when we have these kind of conversations,
Yo, you say Ahmed Diallo is better than Saka.
He's not underrated. He's actually the complete opposite of it. I've never said Saka's rubbish. That's never came out of my mouth. But the conversation.
Yeah, you compared him to Ahmed Diallo. You may as well have.
Ahmed Diallo is a quality player. He's a quality player. But like I said,
I like Rodrygo. So I'll let you land, sir.
No, Ahmed. It's land.
Yeah, go on. Yeah, go on.
I like Rodrygo. I think you can maybe argue he's got more X factor than Saka. I think Saka can at times be a bit robotic, especially under Arteta. I think for England, he's more lively. He does more. He takes more risks, like he used to for Arsenal, to be honest. But in terms of consistency, this guy's ability to cut inside and whip shots, set pieces, like this guy has more just been a consistent threat, a consistent goal getter, a consistent game changer for Arsenal. And with Rodrygo, I get it. He's been playing out of position, so a lot of it is theoretical. We're seeing what he could do if he played as a number 10 or as a left winger. But in terms of what we've seen it for Madrid. But not again. We've seen it in parts, especially in the Champions League. He's got a really good goal record and assist record in the Champions League. So I'll give him that. He's obviously a very, very good player. Like, we're talking about two very good players. But in terms of like when you compare it to Saka's body of work, which is over like 4 or 5 years for club and country, it's hard to really put Rodrygo to that when for club and country, club has been pretty good, but country he's been appalling. And at times for club, he's been kind of ineffective, which can happen when you're not the main man. But I'm just sorry, for what we've seen of Rodrygo, you can't. I've seen enough now to say that I am saying Saka's better. And we saw it in the Champions League when they went head to head. Rodrygo was non-effective, and Saka, coming off that big injury in the first leg, he was moving to Real Madrid. So
you're basing it. So your judgment of Saka being Rodrygo is because you chose about a head-to-head game where Arsenal were a better team overall and Madrid were awful, and that's what you're making your judgment.
But you're talking about body of work.
That was the straw that brought the camel's back. but I'm basing it mainly off of Saka's body of work. That was just like the cherry on top of the cake. But we see
It wasn't a cherry, but that was more of a team performance.
But we saw what Saka was
Ahmed,
doing.
Ahmed,
The drives he was doing, how he won those 50 that led to Rice's
Arsenal
goal.
finished second 3 times in the last 3 years, yeah, and Saka has been their key player. Like
Key to what?
Rodrygo hasn't even been able to break into
Key to what?
the first team of Real Madrid.
What's he
I
been
think the
key to?
conversation's really over there, mate. Like Saka's just a better player. Like he just is. I
So
rate him
Saka's
so
far
highly.
more consistent, yeah.
Well, Rodrigo's a good
He's
player.
not more
And
consistent.
he could do well.
He is.
No, he's not.
Ahmed, do you watch them 38
No, he's
games
not.
in the league? Rodrygo is
he's
not
not.
consistent. He has patches
No,
of
he's
very
not.
good form.
No, he's
That's
not.
it. But he's not a consistent player.
Rodrygo's
Rodrygo
very
is consistent.
very
Rodrygo is a
smooth.
consistent player. The thing is,
He's not a consistent player.
yes, he is. Yes, he is. Yes,
He's
he is.
not.
Yes, he is. Rodrygo,
No,
yeah,
he's not. Absolutely the opposite of consistency.
Yes,
What
he
he
is
does really well is yes, in the key moments he can do it, but he's not consistent. He's not
Yes,
consistent.
he is. He's a
performer.
consistent. Rodrygo, yeah, performance-wise, is consistently putting in good performances, but because his numbers doesn't match it, yeah, you guys think, oh, he's not doing
No,
well.
because
He
I've
is doing
watched
well.
him.
He is doing well. So you're talking about body of work. Body of work with what, bro? Like what body of work? Like what's he done in the Premier League yet to make him? Yeah, wow, it's outrageous. Like he's done something that's extraordinary. What has he done? Has he done what Mahrez did? Has he done what Mahrez did? Has he done what Gareth Bale did when he had that season? Has he had what Alexis Sanchez done? Has he done what Hazard has done? Has he done all of these? No, he hasn't. He's like,
No,
we're
But
talking.
all those players are also better than Rodrygo.
But that's not the argument, though.
I'm just saying. Listen, I think
Yeah,
That's
but
not
if
the
you're going to
argument.
compare
The way
Saka
you're
to those
talking
players,
about-
then you have to compare Rodrygo.
You're talking about goal getter, yeah. There's loads of players who probably get similar numbers to
You're
to
literally,
Saka.
Ahmed, you're literally talking about a squad player being better than a key player.
Yeah.
That's
Madrid.
what you're comparing him to. Like I think Saka's that
Madrid's
good that he
bench is
goes to Man
outrageous.
United and do well on the wing.
What's Man United got to do with anything? Now you're just
Well,
deflecting.
that's what I'm saying. That's how good Saka is. He could go to your club and do well on the wing.
Bro, I wouldn't even want him at my team.
He
Like
could go
I
to
said,
Chelsea and do well on the wing.
Bro, like I said, coming to Man United, you're just deflecting in it. Being a squad player for Real Madrid, yeah, and being a starter for Arsenal. Okay, so by that logic, if Martinelli is consistently, so by your logic, Martinelli is a consistent starter off the left, and Rodrygo is on the bench. Does that make Martinelli better?
No, but there are starters for Arsenal that's better than Real Madrid starters. For example, like the center backs, for example, are just better. For example, I believe so.
Rodrygo is a squad player.
He's
I'm
not a
sorry,
squad player.
sorry,
Like,
chat.
that
Rodrygo's
is
a squad
okay.
player.
Can I just give you like something? Rodrygo has, in the last 3 seasons, Rodrygo has never had better numbers than Saka. Per 90, by the way.
Doesn't matter.
Never. That
Doesn't matter.
matters in football for the wingers. That matters. And I'm not only talking about the goals and assists. I'm talking about the assists you create, the number of chances you create, how do you create all the stuff. Yes, Rodrygo might be looking better on the eye. And I'm just going to tell you one thing. You know, Serge Gnabry, when he runs with the ball, a lot of people are like, oh my God, when he went to Bayern Munich, look
Who's the
at this
best left
guy.
winger? So, Mo, who's the best left winger in the world right now? Who would you say?
Kvara's up there.
Kvaratskhelia, Rafinha.
Someone give me.
Kvaratskhelia and Rafinha, to be honest.
Okay.
I'm just going to say
Someone,
this.
okay, someone pull me Kvaratskheლიa's numbers. I just want to know.
Fantastic.
This is just
And
to prove my
Napoli.
point.
Rafinha.
But also, Kvaratskhelia has played half a season at PSG.
Yeah, you can. Okay, go through his full season when he was at Napoli. Like,
You think Rodrygo, for example, is like
I mean,
Rodrygo's not
Rafinha is
even-
probably outright one of the best wingers in the world right now.
Rodrygo's not even a starter for Real Madrid.
being a starter, yeah, that doesn't mean anything, bro. They've got Vinny, yeah.
By the way,
They've got Vinci.
no.
They've got
As
Vinci.
a right side, people that say Vinny, I think Kvaratskhelia and Beyonce is just better than Vinny. I think that.
Who?
I think Kvaratskhelia is better than Vinny Jr. in my opinion.
Right now, yeah, obviously, yeah.
I don't like Vinny. I never liked him.
He's fell off since the whole Ballon d'Or thing. I think that just messes
I don't like to have a winger that tries to do a rainbow or a dribble and just the ball goes to a throw-in because it's his back here, bro. This is not.
It was cool when
What I
Neymar
grew
was
up
doing it,
with.
but Neymar actually made it work. Vinny's just forced.
Exactly, like Neymar made it work. It didn't hit his back heel and went for a throw-in. That is different. With all
You
due
know,
respect, like,
just to prove my point.
when Neymar tried to dribble, it worked.
Yeah, just to prove my point about Cava, yeah, like he's got 4 league goals in the league, yeah. Okay, maybe he's not started that many. Even at Napoli, when he's played 34 starts, he's only had 10 goals.
Are you
Cava's
comparing Napoli to Real Madrid? If you are
No.
if you are playing games for Real Madrid, you need to score goals. That's Real
Yeah,
Madrid.
but
It's
yeah,
different
but
between Napoli and Real Madrid.
yeah, but what I'm trying to say to you is that you're talking about goals and assists being a key factor. Yeah, we just named the
What is
player
it?
in Cava. We just named the player in Cavaskillia.
He
Yeah,
had a
His numbers
very
aren't great.
when Napoli won the league. Yeah, he had a very good
He had
numbers.
31 GA when they won the league. Afterwards, they had all the turmoil. The manager left. There was all the turmoil.
Yeah, Broski, he finished 10th. He finished 10th.
Okay,
Ahmed.
but what I'm trying to tell you, yeah, is that at
Ahmed.
Napoli he was quality, but his numbers have never been outrageous. But he's still, you've just said to me that he's the best, right?
His numbers are outrageous.
No,
Stop
no,
playing
no.
the Italian league and get 31
No, no,
GA.
Rafinha-
It's fucking
Rafinha-
amazing.
Rafinha right now is
2 secs.
arguably
I'm
the
backing
best
Saka up
winger.
here. 2 secs. Saka got 12 goals and 7 assists when he was 19 for Arsenal. Yeah, in the Premier League. Then 15 goals and 11 assists the season later when he was 20. Then 20 goals and 14 assists when he was 22. And now he's 23, 37 games, 12 goals, 13 assists. Like he's younger than Rodrygo as well. Like,
So what
That
does
is just
that
like
mean?
he's ahead.
You're just
He's ahead.
naming things off SofaScore. That means nothing.
Give me 2 years of Rodrygo in the Premier League.
2
and maybe
years
we
of
can have that
Rodrygo, he
conversation.
becomes the best left winger in the
Because
Premier League.
Rodrygo might be good in the Premier League. Like,
No, he
and he
will
might
cook
score loads of goals and get loads of assists. Then we can have that conversation. But until
do
he's been in the
realise that
Premier
the
League
same
and being
Elise-
consistent for a club, we
The same
can't.
Elise said that Mo
Okay,
likes
so Ahmed,
Rodrygo.
if you're
Rodrygo's
saying
in
all
and
of this,
out.
if Arsenal get Rodrygo, then if Arsenal try to sign Rodrygo, where does that leave him as a team?
What does that lead them, bro? They
As a
could win the
team.
Prem. They could win the Prem with
Really?
Rodrygo. 100%. Yeah, they could win it. Yeah. They're serious contenders. Serious contenders. And I can easily banter and say no, they're not. I'm being honest here. Rodrygo to Arsenal, it goes from 30% of winning it to like 60, 70. Honestly, that's only because Man City and Liverpool are really good as well. But he is the difference maker. Like if Liverpool get words, now they've got words. Getting Rodrygo is a statement signing. I can't remember Arsenal making a statement like that since they got, I don't know, Alexis Sanchez or Aubameyang. So that's the type of level. And just because
What
he's
if
not
Chelsea get Rodrygo? What if Chelsea try to get Rodrygo?
Chelsea got Rodrygo, then they won't win the league, bro, because their team as a collective, they don't gel well together in comparison to an Arsenal, despite having better players, in my opinion. So Arsenal are just well drilled as a team, and they're a lot harder to beat.
And they're in
get it.
phase 9. So
Sorry?
and they're in phase 9. Again, they've had a lot more time.
Yeah,
on
they're
their
in
hands.
phase 9, you can say that, but Arsenal as a team, better than Chelsea, not because they've got better individuals. It's just like it's harder to break them down, innit? It's harder to beat them.
They were only listen, I kind of agree. I think they have more cohesion because they've been playing a lot longer together. But the gap wasn't that big to end last season. Like, we only like a few points in the end. So, and I feel like this is what we've done in the summer and what they haven't done yet. We had
We had a shockingly bad season.
And we went from like December to April barely winning a single game. We were appalling. We were outsiders to even make top 5. We got 4th in the end. So people can talk about having bad season and whatnot, but at the end of the day, there wasn't much of a gap between us. And I thought that gap's only closing. If not, we're going to overtake you by next season. But that's another conversation.
Yeah, but you're comparing a shit season. Like, we were horrible in the league. Like, it was a shadow of what we were.
Yeah, and who says you're going to get
And
back?
that is... But hold on.
Is nobody going to help you get to that level?
I mean, we had major injuries in our squad. Of course,
So
we're going to be bad.
everybody has injuries. Everybody gets injuries. Like, you were fortunate the season before when you didn't get any injuries. You hardly had any injuries. And listen, they're great to you and your medical department. Cool. But you had injuries this season.
Should have won the league.
And then your lack of ambition when your biggest player, Saka, is injured. Your 2 strikers are out injured. And you're relying on Mikko Marino to save your season.
And even then, we finished above you. This is what I'm trying to say. When we actually have our players, you're not going to compete with us. You're not going to compete. You're not going to compete with us when our players are back.
We're going to be above you. We're going to be above you next season. Trust me.
Yeah.
Unless you can go and sign Rodrygo, you get a proper striker. Then we'll have a different.
We don't need Rodrygo to finish above you. We need Rodrygo to finish above them.
To be honest as well, if I'm Rodrygo, listen, this is gonna come mad from me, innit? As like people think, oh, I always cook Arsenal, yeah. If I'm Rodrygo's agent and I tell him, is it better to join Arsenal or Chelsea currently? I would say, you know what? I think joining Arsenal is better. Not because like Arsenal will win more trophies than Chelsea. I just think I'm talking about him individually as a player. I think he'll just perform, and that's it. I think. Yeah.
The Premier League was not shit last season.
I'm not saying Chelsea. I'm not saying Chelsea aren't.
I'm not saying the Premier League was shit last season. It was not. It was brilliant last season. It was so competitive.
Liverpool made it look shit by being the best team in Europe for half the season.
Chelsea, they almost missed out on top 4, last season. They almost missed out on top 4. So we've got to put that into this. Did you get it? So
we got it in the end. I mean, I hear that, but like our trajectory, I think is just different to Arsenal. Again, unless Arsenal radically change their summer transfer window, it's looking a bit spooky for them. I can't lie. Like again,
yeah, but I'm not worried about you though.
It's crazy. You don't have to be worried about.
I ain't worried about Chelsea.
You don't have to be worried about us, but you're not winning the league. And again, another season without winning the league or the Champions League, where does that leave your project at that point?
Oh, well, you just said you're confident you're going to finish above us. That's not happening.
I'm asking you though, where would it leave your project if another season goes by without winning?
Head needs to roll. Arteta's head needs to roll.
But then don't you think that would be a concern for the likes of Saliba, who might want to leave? Saka's head could turn, maybe even a Declan Rice. These kind of guys, like, and then also, what other players would want to join you?
Then this project was a failure to begin with. And clearly, they don't have the ambition that we think they need to have. Why would they leave? Why would like it does? It's so disingenuous because if Arteta leaves, this whole project's a failure. But they're going to leave because they didn't win a trophy. Like, which one is it? Do they want to win a trophy or don't they want to win a trophy? If winning a trophy means Arteta goes, I'm sure they'll accept that because they're willing to leave the club to go do it. You can't have it all ways. It's just weird.
But when you're Chelsea, you can be shit and we can still end up in a Club World Cup final. So we get to have that, to be honest. So.
Oh, you're doing a balance thing. That's fair. Yeah, fair.
Can I ask a question? And that it goes to what Ad said, because Ad kind of gave me an idea about it. In the 21-22 season, Liverpool finished second. You remember that season, the 92-93 point towards the last day, Gundogan and all the stuff that happened. And Liverpool were magnificent. The season after, Liverpool finished fifth. Does everybody remember that season when Liverpool got fifth?
Oh, right?
Newcastle got Newcastle ahead of them, Man United, Arsenal, Man City were ahead of them. And then the season after, by the way, I'm just going to say this, Liverpool went back to be very good. Remember, Liverpool lost the league at the end because of the missed chances and the injuries. And you remember what happened? And Liverpool missed a lot of chances and they were top of the league and everyone picked Liverpool to win the league. And then Arsenal and City had this magnificent end of the season. Liverpool fell off. Why do people don't give Arsenal the same thing? Arsenal were second. And then they had a very, very good season when they went with City toe-to-toe towards the last day, which is very similar to what Liverpool did. And then last season, Arsenal had a lot of injuries and they had a drop of form as well. Some of the players like Odegaard completely dropped. Even Saliba didn't have the same season as before. So why are people doubting that Arsenal can have the same cycle as the Liverpool did when they went back to kind of their best, right? After one season of fell off. Why are people assuming that Arsenal are going to be bad and instead of Arsenal going to go back to the last 2 seasons before last season when they were good, like Liverpool? Why not?
I mean, I can answer that. And I think the biggest thing is what Liverpool did in the summer to change their team. And funnily enough, they didn't actually sign any player, but they signed a new manager who completely revamped how they played. And that was the impact.
No. That was last season. That was the season before.
So what are you
not this season. Not this season that they won it. The season before, Liverpool went. Remember, Liverpool by March they were still top of the league, or February.
COVID season. COVID season.
That that is that 23-24 season, the season that City won the league.
Right there. Yeah.
No, the Arsenal finished 2 points behind City.
Yeah. And then
Liverpool under Jurgen Klopp. Do you guys remember under Jurgen Klopp? Liverpool were still like they were top of the league for the majority of the season.
At the start of the year.
For the majority of the season, Liverpool were top of the league.
Yeah,
so clearly, if you're top, you're playing good football. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
When Nunes missed that chance, I think against what is that team? Luton Town, if I'm not mistaken, or something like this. On the line. Liverpool were playing.
But Mo, your point is that Liverpool the next season won the league. You're saying that why can't Arsenal do the same thing?
No. I'm not. Liverpool, after finishing 5th and having a bad season, Liverpool went out to be very good the season after. They went out to. They didn't win the league, but they went to be very good. I remember Liverpool were playing very good football under and he didn't have tools, by the way, as much as Arteta has. Remember Liverpool didn't have a lot of tools at that time.
Yeah, but it was still a league-winning team, which is what Arsenal haven't shown that they can do yet. And obviously, that Liverpool team has a lot of firepower in the attack. That's just the B1 end. That's the X factor that helps you to win leagues. And you look at Arsenal's attack currently; it lacks a lot of X factor. It just lacks that firepower. And until they
But that's what they're trying to get at.
And if
They're trying to get
it,
Eucharist.
Yeah.
They're trying to get Eucharist. They're trying to get Eze. They're trying to get people that will change their fortune on the pitch.
and we all
That is
agree,
what
Mo
Liverpool
even- if they get
Arsenal are trying to
Rodrygo-
do, right?
But Mo even said if they get Rodrygo, then of course it changes their fortunes dramatically in terms of how much
So
opportunity you get them.
what if my point? What if they don't get Rodrygo in a shit Arsenal season? Arsenal still finished. My point about this, which is what I think people are just being disingenuous a little bit. In Arsenal's bad season, they finished second. That is last season. Everyone here, including Arsenal fans, saying that Arsenal had a shit season, right? A horrible season. They had 13 draws or something like this. They still finished second.
But because the second when City had went like 11 games, winning only 1 game. Chelsea were quite shit for most of the season. United, Tottenham,
And Arsenal were shit as well. But
yeah, but they finished like 30 points behind the champion. So it wasn't like a second that they were like, oh, they were decent 80 odd points. No, they were like, that was like a top 4 level points tally in the end.
Arsenal finished 10 points behind Liverpool last season.
Liverpool were on the beach for like 3 months. Let's be honest. So but when it was the title race was there, they were like 15, 18 points behind Liverpool. Like it was not even a competition. Not a competition.
I think.
And people, go ahead.
Two seconds. I think the reason why Arsenal aren't getting over the line is because they don't have any winners. Don't have any winners. Like
Fine.
Liverpool have players that have won the Premier League. Like they won the Champions League. Like they've won multiple cups, and they've done it at Liverpool. And to keep that nucleus at your team that's been there and done it, and they can get you over the line because they've got muscle memory. They know how to do it. I think with Arsenal, they will probably have to buy some, like, not a Virgil van Dijk because you've already got some great defenders. It's the other factor. So you need to get yourself a world superstar attacker, a world superstar winger. Like, you've got a good midfield and you've got a great attack. Like you always have, and you've got Saka. Like that's just huge, but it's still not enough to get you over the line. And I even think your goalkeeper's really good now. Like you've had some really dodgy goalkeepers. Chelsea still have, unfortunately. Man United still have, but you've got yourself a really good goalkeeper there. So I think you just need, like, I just don't understand why you didn't just go and just spend a load of money on a big. You could have had Isak for 100 million, by the way, last season. You got offered him as well.
And the thing is, my thing is like before. I'm sure the Arsenal fan would want to come in and chime in, but my thing is, it might not even be enough if they get Gyökeres and Rodrygo, because look what Liverpool have done this summer. Look what City are going to do. They're going to want to bounce back. You know they're hungry to bounce back. I feel like if you got Gyökeres and Rodrygo last summer, or that caliber of player, let's say it was Isak and Rodrygo, whoever, you would have been really close with that slot Liverpool team. You would have been there. That was probably the opportunity to go and do it, but you missed your boat then. And now it's like you could do it, but maybe it's already too late.
So Arsenal can do anything.
No, they can. But I'm saying that the optimal time to do it was last season. They can still do it now, but I'm saying the chance to really do it properly, because we're all saying that if City fall off, it should be Arsenal. And City fell off, and it was Liverpool. I'm saying Arsenal could still do it now, but the best time to do it was last season. So
you do realize
go and Gyökeres, it might not be enough.
Yeah, but I just want to say with Liverpool, yeah, I don't like. Obviously, they've won the league last season, but why have we just instantly said like, oh, they're going to win it next season? Because like we can all admit, yeah, that last season when they did win it, yeah, like the other teams weren't really that great, and that's not even me being solid. That's just me being honest. Like Chelsea weren't good.
But Ahmed, what have we done? But what have we done, Ahmed?
Yeah. But the thing is, we've strengthened. Yeah, you've strengthened. Yeah, but all the teams have also strengthened. Man City have strengthened. Arsenal will obviously strengthen. Yeah. So all the teams, yeah, that are getting in players, it's going to be a lot harder, yeah, for Liverpool to retain the league again, which I don't think they've done that. Yes, worked as a level raiser, but Man City have also won. Man City have also signed some very good players. Do you get what I'm saying? They've signed some very good players, and Arsenal will sign players, and then Chelsea will probably sign players. So they're going to come across harder opponents than they did last season. So I don't think it's a guarantee. Like, yeah, it's a high chance of them winning the league, but it's not going to be like a walk in the park like it was last season. It's going to be a lot more competitive. That's my point. So, you know,
I agree. I mean, I don't want to speak for the Liverpool fan, but I agree that it should be a lot harder. Again, Liverpool haven't retained the league title in God knows how many years. It's always harder to
30
retain
years.
league titles.
30.
That being said, we know what Liverpool strengthened from a position of strength, from a league-winning team that were on course for like 90+ points comfortably right until they on the beach. Everybody else, City, Chelsea, Arsenal, were strengthening from a position of general weakness, and we've never seen Liverpool actually go and do that. And again, this Liverpool team are ready to compete, and they've added Vert, they've added all these players, they've got a top team, they've got a top manager. So there's no reason why they're not going to be in the conversation. It's not a foregone conclusion that they'll win the league. No, absolutely not. But they're going to be favourites. So not
looks like it. Everyone is saying that it looks like it.
I also want to say one other thing.
It's only Wirtz who they signed who's like super. The other two that they've signed
is a massive upgrade on in a left back position. Massive upgrade on what Robbo was doing last season. Robertson's great servant for Liverpool.
Kirkes was probably the best left back in the league last season.
Him and Cucurella were like
they were.
Quality.
Kirkes and Frimpong are just decent.
There's one other thing as well, which we've got, which we're probably going to, this is going to help us get over the line as well, is we're going to do it for Jota. Like, team are going to do it for Jota. Like, that's going to be an absolute monster of an incentive. Like, everybody's going to be behind winning 21 for Jota. Like, it's already hashtagging on X everywhere.
Yeah. Like, you'd like to think so. And listen, again, it's hard to even talk on that subject, but because it could go either way. It could be such a big motivator, or it could be like almost like a burden. You never know. And I hope it is for Liverpool that it is actually a really big motivator that helps them. You don't want it to be a thing that derails their season. But Liverpool are in a really good position. And listen, they've done what they did last season. And for people say, it was a bad league. You can say it was a bad league, but Liverpool were a great team. First half of the season, they were clearly, along with Barcelona, the two best teams in Europe. We saw what they did in the Champions League group stage. They wiped everybody. So they were clearly a top team. And that was about a proper top striker. That was with their left back being a bit shaky, they've improved on. So listen, they've improved, and then they've added Wirtz, like a huge creator. And if Salah can do even just half what he did last season, they're going to be right there again. They're going
to. And this goes for all three, by the way. So like City, Arsenal, and Liverpool, we just don't know who's going to gel the quickest, because we've all made transformative signings for the squad. I mean, Arsenal still need to make them, so I will caveat that. Yeah, given that we do go sign them, right? All three of them have made transformative signings for key elements, right? So we've got a striker which can change the whole dynamic of how we play. We've seen it with Erling Haaland when he went to Man City. It takes time for that to gel. Obviously we're looking to sign a left winger, which can also change the whole dynamic. Now Liverpool, both their fullbacks have changed. They're bringing in a new 10. It looks like they may be bringing in a new striker, or wherever Wirtz ends up playing in whatever the other attacker that they're going to bring in, or Wirtz goes into the midfield. It seems like they're trying to change their approach to go with this much more attacking dynamic. I know that's how they usually play as well, but it seems to be the emphasis on these very marauding fullbacks and stuff like that. The question is, who's going to gel the quickest? And I think that's the biggest question mark on who could go on to win the league. I'm not saying Liverpool won't, I'm not saying Arsenal will, and any of that sort of stuff, but it could be a question of, are too many changes happening at Liverpool to the point where that could hinder them a little bit, or it could take too long where the other teams have maybe created a gap between them. Or if Arsenal can do, and this is why I'm saying I don't think there is a guarantee or Liverpool run away with it, or City, because we just don't know how each of them gel. Obviously, preseason will dictate that as well. And that's just my view on it at the moment.
No one's going to run away with it for me. It's going to be a competitive league. But Liverpool have still kept all their spine. Like, we still kept all their spine. Keeping Salah and Virgil was the most important thing we could have done. And we have. So we still got our spine. We've still got Ali. We've still got Virgil. We've still got Mac. We've still got Grav. We've still got Salah. And we've just got the pieces on the side which have been replaced, which are younger and faster and stronger, and
Let's see how it goes with Liverpool. The only thing that goes against Liverpool is that your superstar Salah might go to AFCON for 6 weeks, and he carried the attack next season. It depends also who Liverpool sign up front.
It's the striker that really decides what Liverpool are going to do this season. You need that striker, because Salah is naturally going to not be the same in terms of GA this season. We know that's what's going to happen. But if you get a big striker, then of course Liverpool should be there or thereabouts for the league title. It should be
100%. PSG wingers won 5 trophies, same as Arsenal. won in 20 years. Big up, Andrew. Thank you for the super
So
chat.
unnecessary.
The Prem was as tough as Fluminense and Palmeiras. That is fact. These were very tough teams. I didn't expect the Brazilian team to be that tough.
They were
To
quality.
be honest.
They were quality.
In 18, 100 points, no competition for City. In 21, no competition for City. And also Liverpool, both titles that Liverpool won. He didn't have any title race. Remember this. Nobody remembers that. Liverpool didn't have a title race
Blew them
when they
away.
won the league. They didn't. But big up everybody that is here. Kmack channel in the description. Hey, United. Thank you, ads, for joining. Quality show, guys. Thank you, souls, for joining. Us people, turn on the notification bell, subscribe to the channel, guys. And guys, can I end the show on 500 likes? And also, don't go anywhere. This is taking you to Osam's channel when he has a fiery show with Dio and Brandon. That would be hilarious, of course, for the Arsenal perspective about Madueke. That would be amazing, of course. Osam's channel. Don Osam, stay here. Don't go anywhere, people. Just go and watch, and you will absolutely enjoy it. You'll love it. Guys, hit that like button before you go. We can get to 500 likes. I will see you guys tomorrow, and we're out of here.
Big up.